Diane sells pet supplies online, both on her own website and on Amazon.com. Her business generates $750,000 in annual revenues, and it's growing about 15% per year. She takes an owner draw of $10,000 per month.
I was excited and wanted to grow my business fast. So when my e-commerce platform offered me $150,000 of capital to help grow my business, I jumped on it. It was super fast and easy.
While getting the funding may have been easy, paying back the short-term loan was not. Daily payments based on her sales revenue were automatically withdrawn from her account. By the middle of the 5th month, she'd already paid back the original amount of the loan, but she still had months of payments to go. She found herself trapped in a short-term, high-interest loan that no longer funded her growth and was draining her cash for operations on a daily basis.
I was desperate to cover operating costs, and with a quick internet search, I found plenty of other short-term lenders willing to help me out. So I took on more short-term, high-interest loans to help make payments for the original loan. I just got caught in a vicious cycle, and I was left with hefty daily payments and no remaining capital for growth.
Here's what happened. Diane took out a short-term loan for $150,000 to cover some operating expenses. She received a factor rate of 1.26, which means she agreed to pay back $189,000. She thought that represented a 26% annual interest rate. While that rate seemed high, it wasn't too much more than the 22% she paid on her credit cards, so on the surface, it didn't seem like a bad deal. The terms of the loan required her to pay it back within 10 months, making daily payments of $900. Again, this didn't seem so bad since, on average, she was generating close to $2,100 a day. As the weeks and months went by, she found she needed more capital for operations. So, she secured another $50,000 short-term loan. For this one, she agreed to a 1.3 factor rate for a payback of $65,000 and agreed to pay this loan back within 4 months at $812 a day. Unfortunately, her sales didn't increase. So now with both loans, she was paying just over $1,700 a day and really struggling. What's worse, the effective interest rate on both of these loans were not what she expected. It turns out, paying back $189,000 for a $150,000 loan within 10 months is an effective APR of over 45%. And the second loan was even worse. Paying back $65,000 for a $50,000 loan within 4 months is a whopping 91% effective annual interest rate. The reason the effective annual interest rate is so high is because Diane is being forced to pay back her loan so quickly. The more quickly you're forced to pay back your loan, the higher the effective rate. Diane needed a way out, so she approached several long-term lenders. Unfortunately, they all gave her the same answer. She was already carrying too much debt, caused by stacking or receiving multiple high-interest merchant cash advances or MCAs. All of her new loan applications were denied. Down but not defeated, she visited her business advisor, Jerry, looking for answers.
I'm so sorry, Diane. I wish we had spoken earlier. You're caught on a hamster wheel of high-interest short-term debt, and we've got to get you off of it if your business is to reach its pure potential.
I can't believe I got myself into this. I feel so trapped.
You're not alone. This type of bad debt, it plagues many business owners and prevents them from achieving the kind of growth that they want. We're going to get you off it. It's not going to be easy, but I believe that you can do it.
Jerry and Diane came up with a plan. There was no way around it. She was going to have to make some sacrifices to pay off her short-term debt and get back on track. First, she reduced her owner draw from $10,000 to $5,000 for 90 days. Now that meant canceling a vacation and reducing everyday expenses, but she used the savings to pay down her debt more quickly. She also injected $20,000 of her own personal capital to pay off a portion of the debt. This meant she had to tighten her belt and delay buying a home for the time being.
It wasn't easy, but within 6 months, I had made huge progress. I paid off all excessive debt and had a clean balance sheet that was ready to take to long-term lenders. And I swore off taking cash advances forever.
Is excessive short-term debt keeping your business from growing? Don't go it alone. A business advisor can help you lay out your options and make difficult decisions. Set a goal to pay off your debt by a certain date. Then figure out what you'll need to do to reach that goal. You may need to cut back on spending. You may need to inject more cash into the business.
Just don't be like I was and take on more expensive debt to pay off your existing debt. That's a hamster wheel you may never get off of.
Be methodical. Take it one step at a time and you'll get there. Now that you understand the dangers of stacking high-interest debt, take the quiz to reinforce what you've learned. Then continue with the rest of the modules to ensure you're ready for funding. Too much short-term high-interest debt is a problem for any business, but it doesn't have to derail your dreams. Start tackling it today.